Don't worry about seeing me. I know it's gotten dark out. It's so beautiful out here. I want us. I want y'all to just be able to just hear me. The phone may go all over the place, but I'll try still. Um, yeah. So, there are quite a few things have been happening since the last time we talked. A lot of things in the news. So many things. This election is still going on, and had celebrities to pass away, and politics, and people will know another attempt at Trump's life, and 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 then this celebrity, this famous player, rich football player, has an incident with the police, Tyreek Hill. And what I do is I kind of sit back and I watch our behavior, our reactions to things. And I do this because I learned this from listening to our scholars of over the past 40 years and or longer, go further back. I wasn't alive when a lot of the scholars were doing their things, but I got to read, watch some videos. Now, some of them I did get to see in person, like Dr. Ben Yakahanan and Dr. Frances Cress Welsing and Dr. Naeem Akbar. I never had the pleasure of meeting Wanza Kunjufu, Dr. John Henry Clark, and John Jackson. Was it George Jackson? Yeah. So, the scholars have been teaching us how to recognize. Y'all excuse me. I know it's kind of boorish. However, and I just it still boggles the mind how we read things as it relates to race and politics and reality and realistically. I truly believe that the movie The Matrix and I, Robot and all those movies, I think black folks didn't, and Demolition Man, I don't think black people actually, they look at all these things as entertainment and now look at it as possibly the reality. Dr. Anderson was teaching us years ago about the whole immigrant invasion. And it's been happening all the time, but something like this past election, it took it in full overdrive, full throttle. And that's done by the Democratic Party. And this is not to say the Republicans, they haven't been sneaking a few illegals over to do their, to work for them cheaply, for cheap labor. It's really been in our face how the Biden-Harris administration just really they meant that they were going to bring all these people over. And then somehow this government realizes it has certain powers that we as Americans, and especially black folks, foundational black Americans, we didn't know that they had the power to do. They can literally, state to state, or with the stroke of a pen from the federal government, give all these people driver's licenses, citizenship, voter registration cards. I mean, just like, and black folks are still kind of scratching their heads. Now, like, God dog. And we still haven't gotten an understanding of what Elijah Muhammad said years ago. We've tried everything to integrate into this dominant society. We've kneeled in, we've prayed in, we've slipped in, or as he's saying, married in and tried to have sex in, reapers in. And what else? We tried everything except for one thing that is more powerful than an atomic bomb or a nuclear bomb these days. That is our unity as black people, foundational black Americans. And it's almost like we're standing here, we don't believe that this thing is really happening. Dr. Claude Anderson talked for decades about the of immigrants and how they were going to be brought here to be the replacement group, replacement voting bloc for the Democratic Party, because they realized in 2012 that black people falling off. The Democratic Party for the past 60 years are guaranteed black votes at over 95%. But lately it's been dropped down to like 91 to 90, 93, but not 97 and 98 yet like it used to be. Because in the past, since the Obama thing, people have been kind of waking up like, whoa, we're doing all this voting for the same party, we still get nothing. But when Biden was elected in 2020, right before our eyes, that man signed about 20 executive orders giving more money to Israel and Jews, giving more rights and protections to LGBT, and more funding and grants. Did y'all know that there are we call it vouchers for the LGBT to get housing? Did y'all know they have vouchers based on how they have sex? Did y'all know that? It shocked the crap out of me. They got housing vouchers for gays just because they're gay. Isn't it amazing? Black folks, soon we make it on a Section 8 list, they want to be called lazy, and they giving them stuff. Isn't it interesting how they're able to give stuff to everyone except for black people? And then we have to fight tooth and nail for stuff that they give away to everybody else. And I don't understand how we see these things, but we still vote in a way that's totally detrimental to what we say we want. Totally against. It's the most amazing thing to witness. You know, then you have this gender divide with black people. So stupid. No, it's not all but too many. You got this gender divide because you got a lot of women, African American or black foundational black women, who are teamed up with immigrant black women, who teamed up with liberal white women to go against their own racial interests, just so they can have a few crumbs to themselves. Everybody's breaking off from the black race to try to get their own individual crumbs. Then they're wondering why all the other groups have pretty much formed a circle around us and like, look at y'all. Y'all so stupid. Y'all ain't stay together. Y'all don't even fight together. Y'all fight against each other. It's the most amazing thing. And so, when I see things like this, it just makes me scratch my head. Most recently, football player by the name of Tariq Hill got into a traffic incident with the police. People have been going back and forth. And we continue to go back to something that's so simple. He was speeding. He voluntarily sped down the highway and led the police on a little chase. Then, when he pulled over, he had the nerve to act like he's been interrupted or disturbed. Don't touch my window. He's this. I heard what Shannon Sharp said. I get that. I know who the police are. I do. I know who the cops are. I know who they've been. Who they've been for the past 150 years. They were referred to as patty rollers. I know their assignment. I know what they're supposed to do when it comes to black people, because we see it all the time on the news, in person, how they're assigned to wrangle up black folks in this country. Even when they have black officers, they understand the assignment of Code Blue. So they wrangle up other Negroes too, just like Hispanics and Asians. And that whole Tariq Hill thing, no one dared point it out what I saw and what I heard. Those cops that snatched him out the car, that snatched him out the car and talked crazy to him, they spoke with Hispanic accents or Latino accents. So much for that black and brown shit, huh? But you can't tell these people that. There's a black and brown. No, there's nothing happening to brown folks in this country. Just black folks. But then we've done so much to even try to trick ourselves to think there are other people who are supporting us. No. People use us for volume. They use us for numbers. They don't use us to get the same privileges that they've been able to get just because they're brown, just because they're white, just because they're gay, just because they're Asian. Even Asian people use the Negroes. But then they shot themselves in the foot when they thought they were hurting blacks by joining this white Jew, what's his name, Bloom, or Robert Bloom, and sued and for Yale and Harvard to end their affirmative action program, because they were under impression. They let him they let him put a battery in their back, saying those blacks are getting in because of affirmative action, which is knocking Asian students out to the side so they can get in, and come to find out they got it struck down in both of those Ivy League schools. They got it struck down in those Ivy League schools. And then, not even a good 3 months later, their asses weren't being admitted. See, they're what y'all get, Asians. See, but black people still aren't picking up. So what do you do when you're a part of a race in a country that doesn't understand race politics in reality? What do you do? I guess you got to keep educating till someone hears you, till enough hears you, to understand what Dr. Claude Anderson has been teaching us for the longest about the true definition of what race is. Race is what it is. It's a race among groups. It is a race for resources, economics, political, land. It is a race, and we're failing. We're so busy trying to keep up our assigned end of multiculturalism that we're losing. It's the weirdest thing. Everywhere we look, everyone else seems to be having a blast in this country, except for black folk. We try to spend our little pennies and our little quarters where other people are, but everyone else is having a blast. They're really living the American dream, and we still around here thinking if we married into a group, if we voted Democrat, the American dream is going to go. And I'm not saying the Republican Party is a better way, but one thing we'll have to understand is our vote is our commerce. We can't continue to give it away. We have Republican, Democrat, hold on a second, Green Party, Libertarian. We have all these choices, but we choose to give everything to the Democratic Party. It's the weirdest thing, black people. Y'all gonna have to talk to me, damn it. What is this hold they seem to have? So, this whole Tyreek thing, he did all of that fussing and cussing. Try to get people riled up. That's how they do black men. That's how they do black people. See, I already know this, but one thing about it, y'all didn't pay attention. Another thing y'all didn't pay attention to, as relates to the whole Tyreek Hill thing. So you got a privileged, rich Negro male who is speeding in his $500,000 car. And that's what happens to a lot of these black athletes when they believe that they're above the group. And one thing about this white-dominated system, they always let you know your car don't mean anything to us. It reminds me of a movie that I saw Howard Rollins in back in the day, in 1980. It's called Ragtime. And they still have that same attitude, like they know the system is rigged in their favor. So the dominant white population is always shocked. Is always shocked. How the hell y'all get in this space? How did y'all? Little raggedy car. That car, he needs a ticket for all that damn popping. But yeah, when they see you in certain spots, let's say if a ticket at this affair costs $200, they wonder how these black folks get in there, because they know that stuff is priced a certain way to keep us out. They know that they still have the white privilege and dominance of privilege in this country. That's why when they see a black man riding in something new or living in a 3-story home, they say little condescending shit like, so what do you do? I do what you do. I work, motherfucker. But they want to know how, because they know what we're relegated to. They understand how the system treats us. One thing about that white woman who does the whole racial conversations, I forget her name right now, and she asks these Caucasians in that audience, would anyone, those of you who say you're not racist, would anyone of you like to trade places with the average black person, with a black person in America? None of them raised their hands. See, I don't know what that white woman's name is. Y'all know who she is, but to me, she ain't no damn Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Hold on, Chris. Let me get across the street, y'all, while I talk. Oop, run across. So, yeah, she's no Dr. Claude Anderson. So, Y'all know who she is. Y'all put it in the chat later on. But yeah, so hold on man, I hope this damn music doesn't mess up my video. Walking past restaurants. So but anyway, they've always felt that way. So back to this movie in 1980, there's a black man who drove up in a beautiful new car, just driving through town, trying to find directions or whatever. And these group of redneck white guys were sitting across and they asked each other as they spit out their tobacco, how did the nigga get a car like that? They've always posed that question. So people pointed that out. Shannon Sharp was one of those things. He said some of that in his conversation, his response to the incident. He said, like, we don't care about the car you drive. And of course they don't. Yes, cops are jealous when they see black men dressed, riding nice and clean. Or black people, period. In their minds, on the average Caucasian's mind in this country, we are supposed to be in rags. They're most comfortable when they see us in the ghetto. Did y'all know that? So they can feel, benevolent. They can feel. We see black folks that are doing well. They're wondering what are they doing. Their inadequacies, their insecurity start flaring up. Like, how they get here in this baseball game? How they get in this football game? What kind of? They know the tickets are expensive. They understand that that we have two Americas, one black, one white, and then add the third one, the next one, immigrant. And all those other groups have been placed systematically above black people. But black people are so busy trying to say, we're all Americans, that we're not even paying attention. Those other groups do the same shit, but one thing they do that we don't do, they unify when it comes to economics and politics. We're divided. And so we lose every time. And when this election is over, we still gonna lose. So we're still divided, especially if we're voting for Kamala Harris and Biden again. And I'm gonna go back to the whole immigration thing. Now let me finish this Tariq story. Let me look and see this cute little chick at the desk. Let me look in there. I saw some hair on here earlier. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. I don't see nobody there. So, but anyway, Tyreek Hill, and he knew he was wrong too, so he ended up, he couldn't really go with the whole victim narrative because he was out of line. And yeah, they should not have snatched him out of the car. I guess they do that. That's what they do. And when the point I'm trying to get to, y'all, if you believe that racism exists, you believe we live in a racist country, why don't we ever act like it? See, unless we're going to start getting out of our cars, when the police pulls you over, whether you think it was something right or wrong, if you're not getting out the car with guns ablazing, you might well shut the fuck up, get these folks, give them your ID or your driver's license, give them your insurance card, and then move on. Because what you don't need to be doing is having conversations with them. If you truly believe, if you understand racism, white supremacy, why don't we act like it? Because some of us have bought into the whole American dream lie. Some of us have bought into, we're all one Americans. Yeah, right. And those of you with white friends and you decide to marry white women and white men, decide and have mixed kids, you think that made you part of America? And those of you with a lot of white friends because you live in the white suburbs, and not knocking, I just want y'all to test something. Talk to your white friends about reparations. Tell them, say, hey, we need it in form of cash payments, not no damn schools. We don't need no damn donations to HBCUs. Tell them we want the same money. We demand and are owed the same money in the same cash payments they give to Israel and the Jews, the same money they give to Ukraine, the same money, cash payments they put in, like a lot of times in grants for the LGBT and Asians. Did y'all know they gave Asians $26 billion when Kamala Harris had a conversation with them? Have y'all been checking that out on social media? Yeah, $26 billion to the Asian community. So what we're learning here, and I hope other people are learning, when these immigrants tell y'all, my grandfather came here with nothing, I came here with nothing. First of all, how the hell you get here? Plane tickets cost money. You didn't come under no bows of ships. You want on no goddamn Carnival cruise. A lot of these folks flew over here. So they I had nothing, yeah, but the government's waiting on you because they need you to participate in replacing black bodies and black DNA in black votes. But don't nobody like to have that conversation because y'all got all these different kind of friends. And that's cool. But ask your white, Asian, ask your white friends that you believe is so liberal because y'all like to watch sports together. Or you and your little white friends, black females, got your white friends, y'all go to brunch. Talk to them about an anti-black hate crime bill. Now how your so-called white friend turned Caucasian on your ass. See, we play games. We try to fit in so much that we don't even want to tell the truth to anybody who we claim that our friend is white on the race. We play ourselves, and we ain't gonna never get anywhere with this shit. We play ourselves. So I don't understand why y'all be so busy trying to have white friends and all that. When you can't be honest about what's going on with your people in this country. Their people are fine. They can afford to be friends with everybody. And then y'all pay attention. Every immigrant that comes over here trying to be friends with who? White folks. They don't try to be friends with Negroes. And end up in the black neighborhood because the Caucasians don't, because the government and the state and federal government don't want them around white folks unless they're there in an educational setting. Like they don't hardly want them in their universities. Shout out to Harvard and Yale. But they put them there. You know, they don't want the poor ones, the ones that sit over there when they let out of jail or they escaping poverty. They don't put them in the white neighborhoods. They send all of them to the black neighborhoods. But y'all, that ain't what y'all want to talk about, right? This is what this page is about, telling the truth about everything. So I can't continue to see all this stuff and not know what I'm looking at and pretend to not know what I'm looking at. Now I understand how y'all do it. And that's the way we try. That's the way we've chosen. A lot of us have chosen to survive under white supremacy. Pretend you don't see the racism, unless it's a black Democrat being attacked. But the average black person, how they vote? Republican? Oh, it don't matter. How they vote? Oh, they don't vote? Oh, it don't matter. How she vote? She votes Democrat. Oh my, strong woman, a black woman, Mother Earth, a black woman. But she Asian and Indian. She's still a black woman. Well, now they switch it up, a woman of color. Yeah, it's just so backwards. Out of our fear. Because some reason, we always talking about who's strong in the black race. No, we ain't no strength. They killed all of the strong people. They assassinated all the strong. And all the Africans that were part of the insurrection, they took care of them. What we got left are a bunch of compromised DNA melanated Negroes. Well, maybe if we did some conversations about it. What conversation we need to have? We've been here 500 years. You don't know what the fuck this is by now? What conversation do we need to have when it comes to racism? Our ancestors have already had the conversations, and people like Nat Turner, Desmond Vesey, Malcolm X, and others they gave their lives because they were done with the conversations. Or the conversation was so powerful that they actually permeated the minds of a lot of other folks, which begat the Black Panthers and others. They said, no, we can't have those kind of conversations. And so right now we've been trained so well not even to broach those conversations because we're trying to be in spaces we don't really need to be in because we can create our own space, right? Nah, we don't think our space is any good unless they got some white folks or Asians or others in it. And those other people have all kinds of organization group and not one Negro in sight. Y'all gonna have to help me with this now. They got all kinds of white leagues and Asian this and Asian that and Hispanic this and Hispanic that. Not one Negro in sight. But as soon as we get something, we just act like we can't have nothing with just black folks. I don't understand what it is. Yes, I do, but y'all need to read the Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome book by Dr. Joy Leary. Y'all gonna have to read that because this shit is stupid. It's beyond stupid how we behave. And then we put all our faith in some goddamn voting. Then we vote for folks who tell us time and time again. It ain't Republicans. Remember, we're not even supposed to be voting for them. We don't give a shit what they say, right? I'm talking about the party that we voted over 93% every election cycle. And they told us, no, we ain't finna give y'all no reparations. And Kamala Harris said, we're not gonna do anything specific for black people. No. Remember? And then she had a very soft interview with NABJ representatives. I'm gonna watch that. I know it's trash. I've already heard some reports. They didn't ask her any real questions. They didn't ask her. I think they brought reparations. She said no again to their faces. So I wonder how they're going to write about that on their blogs. Hey, The Root. Hey, The Griot. Got to say about that? Shade Room. What y'all got to say about that? I used to call black publications black blogs. Y'all got media takeout. What y'all got to say about that? Oh, wait a minute. It's nothing that's demeaning. If it's not about demeaning in none of these so-called black blogs or black news mags on the internet have nothing to say. But this got this cosplaying black woman Asian on here. Y'all just kissing her ass. She's a black woman. Why don't we know black is? There's something wrong with the American Negro. But luckily, he's not all. There's so many of us awake. I've already been awakened. I just sit back and wait and watch other people do this. Hold on. Let me get some lights so y'all can see what I did. Hold on, let me let y'all. Can y'all see me now? Say, oh, man. Wow, I was in a deep sleep. They're finally waking up. And after this election, I want to predict that a lot of black folks, it's going to be the young ones, because the old Negroes, they're comfortable in their captivity. They're getting their monthly military check. They're getting their monthly retirement check. They're getting their monthly Social Security check. So they got their Medicaid or Medicare. So they're not going. These old blacks, they don't give a shit about the youth. Because if they did, they'll be pushing for another part. They're pushing for initiatives. They make sure our young people can find jobs or have the resources to create jobs. You know, people say, well, go out and create your own jobs. What they're doing, they're going straight to the internet and they're getting their own jobs. But thing is, we're not promoting a lot of our young people to do stuff we really need. Yeah, they're going out there making, but where the hell our doctors gonna come? Where our guys, researchers, scientists, where our dentists? You know, hold on, let me get across here before I'm gonna need a chiropractor and a dentist and every damn thing else. This guy probably a coroner. But where are the black medical professionals? Like, we need more doctors. We need about 50,000 plus black medical doctors, orthopedics, not just orthopedics, but like neurosurgeons, doctors who do surgery. You know, the way black women talk about how they get discriminated against in hospitals and when it comes to bodies and pain. I don't understand why they don't push their sons and daughters to become more doctors for black people. I don't understand. We're crying about what we want, but we don't do shit about it. And if we don't get it right there, it's over. Even if that broad won, I think there's still going to be a movement because she's nothing but a counterfeit candidate. But the agenda is continuous. It's not a new agenda. The agenda has been benign neglect. Never do anything for Negroes. Don't even talk about it. And she messed up by saying it out loud, and still y'all don't even believe it. We had some of our most influential groups, that is members of Black Divine Nine, come out in full force, raising millions of dollars for this counterfeit candidate. But they have never raised millions of dollars for hospitals people need. But they're the main one that'll stand up against the way they've done for the past 50 to 70 years against the Malcolm X, against Dr. Khalid Muhammad, against the Minister Farrakhan, against it talks about black autonomy, black self-sufficiency, black determination. Black Greeks will stand their ass up there as bought off, sold employees of white supremacy all day long and say, well, that's the way we can do that. We can have a conversation. We're just really screwed up. You know, and after this election, I'm not going to waste any more of my breath because I got some things I need to do. I'm learning the hard way and the long ass way, the long way around. You can't help nobody. If you don't have dollars, it doesn't make sense. If you don't have dollars, you can't make change. So this is it for me. 2025, I'm over all this shit. Because I can't care about my race more than the race cares about itself. Y'all go on and continue to play like the rabbit did or the hare did all summer long, while the turtle gathered food all summer long. And when it got cold, the hare knocking on the turtle door, hey, ain't it cold out here, man? No, ask him for some food, ask him somewhere warm. That's how the mass of black people are. They think this is funny now. They're trying to attack anybody black who doesn't want to vote Democrat or vote for Kamala Harris. They just anything. So y'all keep on playing this summer. The rest of us are stocking up for the winter. And when the winter comes, that's your ass. But we're not gonna have that sympathy for you. We're trying to talk to you, but you're calling us all these names while you're protecting the very fox that's gonna come in and eat all your chickens. But I digress. And Tiger, back to that whole situation. We don't understand race. We don't know what black is anymore. We don't teach what black is. We don't politics. You understand that our vote is our voice, but in a block. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. We have to use our voice, our vote strategically. And it's not for no goddamn Democrats. We have to use it independently. Push out independent candidates that believe in reparations, that believe in getting laws pushed through the state as well as through the federal House, Senate, or Congress. The anti-hate black crime, anti-black hate crime bill. Then we need to understand what is foundational black Americans. But everybody else, like to say about these Africans, these Haitians, these Dominicans, when they ain't doing shit, they doing dirt or they being criminal, all of us slack. But when they win an award or when they get recognized by white America or anything, they don't say, I'm a proud black person. They say, I'm Haitian, I'm Dominican. When they get an award or getting a degree or some kind of proclamation of some sort, they make sure to let you know they're Dominican, they're African, or there's something else other than black. So y'all keep that in mind. Nothing against the immigrants, but I know why the fuck should they care about us? They come from another, they were colonized where they are. They couldn't do nothing with the white folks where they are, so they come over and kiss the white folks' ass over here. Isn't that something? And don't y'all let these immigrants talk to you as a foundational black America about, well, you people are lazy. Y'all have it so good here. Y'all this. Y'all make sure you remind them they from Haiti, they're from any country in Africa, they're from, what else? Dominican Republic. You let them know, you sorry son of a bitch. The white folks tearing y'all ass a new one. You brought your coward ass. One thing about American blacks, we stood and our ancestors fought them. Fought back. And that's why y'all can just bring y'all ass over here under the guise of being black. And your delineation, they call it to delineate or specify what you are. You wear that in your back pocket. And you get around black folks up all of our resources. It was black folks that made it possible for you Africans, for you Dominicans, for you Haitians, and other Caribbeans that get y'all black asses over here. But then you want to call us, well, you're lazy. No, motherfucker, cowards, and you were lazy where you're from because y'all should have done. Now, Haiti, at least Haiti, I can say this for the Haitians, at least they fought off the French. But y'all should have kept fighting. How y'all gonna win war and still pay these motherfuckers for about 100 years, $100 million? How the fuck, what the fuck they do that? After y'all beat them, y'all supposed to told them Haitian dick. So y'all really, I guess that's a win because Haiti is a shithole. Y'all should have kept the guns in your hands. When y'all beat the French, all of a sudden y'all threw all your guns in the ocean or something? What the fuck y'all do? How y'all po-ass island country still paying France and we're still here? See, we can't run. Well, I guess we can, but we're still here. And we are outnumbered. What's like 46 million black folks? And 46 million black folks. And what's this up here? Yeah, about 46 million black folks and 250 million Caucasians. And we still doing it, still holding it down so cowards like y'all can bring y'all ass over here. Get the fuck on. And then especially Africans, don't y'all ever let not one African talk to y'all, talk crazy y'all. They come over here to kiss white folks' ass. Not all, but too many. They over there, they outnumber. Let me tell y'all something how sorry these Africans are. Not all, but too many. These Nigerians, hell, wherever they at, Congo, Rwanda, let's see, South Africans. These motherfuckers colonized. They just now finally get some leaders over there who are not selling out their own race. You got a lot of African leaders that's selling out their people so them and their own family can get rich. While millions of other Africans right here losing body parts working in them goddamn diamond mines and coal mines and shit. You got, and this is what I understand. Don't y'all ever let an African talk shit. If you're a foundational Black American, don't you ever let an African talk down to you, because them some bitches in their own country, they were so motherfucking tough. If they was so gung ho, in Nigeria fighting a civil war to get them white folks out of there, and then they'll be in the Congo, getting them goddamn Belgian, get the Chinese out of Congo, out of Rwanda, out of Nigeria, getting them Belgian and Dutch white folks out of South Africa. They so goddamn colonized over South Africa, it's ridiculous. Nigeria too. Yeah, they brilliant. They come over here. They're smart to bring their ass over here because they don't want that smoke. How you outnumber white folks, 1 million blacks to 5,000 white folks, and white folks run everything? And y'all, don't you ever let the motherfuckers say nothing to y'all. Y'all make sure you remind them you a fucking coward, you tether. If you so motherfucking tough, go and form an army. Go and form the military and get them Caucasians. Get y'all land. I just saw a statistic that was embarrassing. I think in South Africa, there's only 5,000, 10,000 white folks. Now, y'all know how big that country is? First of all, how the fuck you name a country after a direction or a location? South Africa, that's a country? No, that's a location, the southern part of Africa. What's the real name of it? What's it wrote? Anyway, do you know them white folks own 90% of the land? You got over 1 million Negroes there, but white folks own 90% of the land. How the fuck did that happen? So anyway, Black Americans, we're gonna have to get on our shit. And I'll tell you again, if you like a copy of my Making of a Slave, hit me up with the Cash App. Hit me up with the Cash App, only $5. I'll get it to you. And please, with your Cash App payment, send your email address, and I'll give it to you. I have a good copy of the Willie Lynch letter, Making of a Slave. If you like a copy of that, hit me with $5 on the Cash App. Signed, Rico the Opinionist, okay? And then go and get the book, Black Labor, White Wealth, or Dirty Little Secrets by Dr. Claude Anderson. See, if you educate yourself, it won't be so slow. But anyway, y'all, it's your man Rico the Opinionist. I'm out. Let me see what's going on with these cops over here. So I'm popping off. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.